So I want to talk about 3 altcoins that I believe will send alt season into oblivion. This could be fun. So hi everyone, welcome to the channel. If you are new, subscribe, hit the bell button, like and leave a comment. Now, today, a bit of carnage. I know people are upset. I know it. I can see it on Twitter and all over the place. Don't worry about the USD prices. I always say I'm currently up in BTC values. This tweet here, please do follow me on Twitter as well if you so wish to. I tweet an awful lot. So I'm currently up 27% in Satoshis. I'm currently down a bit versus what my USD was over the last week, as of today, obviously. But I'm still up 4%, which is nice. But we are stacking sats, and I'm hopefully teaching you guys how to do that by looking at these BTC charts. Now, the first one on the title, we know Ethereum. Ethereum, in my opinion, when it blows, it's gonna go mental. So we've only just gone above the previous alt season. Okay, we're gonna do some analysis on this, keep it simple. Now, ultimately, we know that it's gradually risen recently, very recently. Over the last few weeks, it's been trickling up. It's been doing its business, essentially. It's doing good. Found the level of support, which was at a 618 level as well. Very key confluence here between this low to this level here on the nose. Breakout above this grey level, it's send mode. It really is. Now you think if BTC hovers around at 30 to 32k and we do gain, and as I say, an extra 45%, maybe even higher, 50%, who knows? You're going to start seeing a very obvious level of, Ethereum being pretty much, let's just say it, over $2,000, $2,500 very quickly. It will turbo. The reason why I say that is because there's not much here. This has had a monstrous dip. There's a big gap here, huge gap, and I think we're going to have a monstrous run in Ethereum if it breaks above this level. Now, this level here, it's historic levels of support. It's been resistant since basically December 2018. It's never closed above that since August 2018 as well. It's a fucking monster of a level, boys and girls. It really is. And I don't think people realize that this could happen and things will get sent. And this will gear up alt season to really kick off and go. This is probably going to be, if this is a catalyst that breaks it, this will break 60 dominance down into the 50 dominance easily. It will just send everything berserk for a bit. No idea how long for, don't know, but ultimately this chart looks promising. When you compare the fact of where this previous level is, we've got a massive gap. We've got a monster. We've got at least a 40% move in Satoshi values, at least in my opinion, if it breaks out. Add 40% onto you Ethereum price if Bitcoin stays stable. It's good, yo. It really is. So that is the obvious levels that we need to look at. It's key. This is a weekly time frame. It won't just happen overnight, but that is there. This is a monstrous run, and it has confluence with some other levels as well. Another one to talk about as well is the retracement. Where can it go? And as I say, there is still levels up and above this level. So once we get to these extensions and maybe add more extensions on top of that, which we can do very easily. So if we want to add a few more extensions to this, we can double it up. And we're going to get confluence where the 2 level is on this region and maybe even higher. Who knows though? But obviously very subjective in that part. But this is the one. This is the one we want to break. If this goes, woo, we are going to make some savage gains. The next one is Cardano. Another top coin, another top high tier coin in the top 10. Undervalued as well. Look at this. Just look at it. Right, so again, break above this level here, this 618 level as resistance. In my opinion, we moon. Why do I say that? It's because we've had historic levels of support in and around this region here, but we've also been a lot higher. We've been so much higher, and I feel that this is going to be one of those ones where this will send it as well. If Ethereum goes, you can bet your bottom dollar that Cardano will go with it. And if we're looking at current live prices, and even if we say this, right, subjective matter, we retest this previous high from April 2019, You know, that is still a 80% move, potentially 70-80% move. If you add another 70% on top of the Cardano price and Bitcoin stays stable, well, guess what? You're pretty much in a very, very nice section there of maybe 70 to 80 cents, give or take, which is pretty much mental. It might go even higher as well. When you zoom out and look at where the extensions are, well, if we do go to the extensions, it's double and way beyond into these previous support levels of the past in 2018. We are so low still, and people are going alt season, like myself. This is just the start. This isn't even started. The freaking intro credits are here. So it's getting quite exciting to see that these cap coins are quite high realistically, but they're still undervalued in Satoshis still, and they could really go bang. If they do break out and there's a lot of pressure, FOMO, stimulus, all these kind of new dynamics coming to the market, it's just going to get sent. You think to yourself here, Cardano is so much lower than what the alt season was last time in the summer when the DeFi world was going nuts. And we're talking about this now thinking, well, Cardano is a lot higher in value due to Bitcoin. It is a lot lower in Satoshis. If this goes, woomph, boom, it's going to get pretty damn exciting. When we look at where this has been in April 2019, and when we look at where it's been in July, it's in a downtrend, but once it breaks it, whew, boom, it's going to get tasty. So stick around, chill out, relax, look at the Satoshi levels. It is looking tasty, and as you've probably already noticed here at the top of the screen, you can't really see much of it. Let me just try and show you it. I don't have it on the screen. I can see it on my cursor. Ah, yeah, you can. Just about see it. So if we're looking at today's candle, we're only down 0.75% on the entire open of the candle, which is nothing. That is on the weekly time frame. Looking at the daily, we are only down 0.38%. 0.38%, boys and girls. The market is dumping technically in USD prices. We should not be flapping at this point. Looking at the daily time frame, we are at a key level. I think, though, in the next few weeks, this will explode to the upside and continue this trend going up and reverse those weekly time frames into some much bigger rewards. The last one is probably the most favored one of mine, is this bad boy. Looking at RSR, now this is a mid-cap coin that in my opinion can become a higher cap coin, a top cap essentially, into those top 20s, in my honest opinion, not financial advice. But when you start looking and doing the maths on this, this is also pretty damn savage realistically when you think about it. This has got a key level of resistance keeping this below, and this has been like, we're talking last alt season. Let's just look at last alt season. Now this is the Binance chart at Hawaii OB. We've dropped a massive chunk. Let's just say top to bottom, 76%. It's low, right? We've got a big amount of money to kind of make up here. We could easily top up and go up to this top previous levels up to 100% gains. That will double the price of RSR. We'll be looking at roughly a 10 cents RSR if Bitcoin stays stable. That will get the eyeballs in. That will obviously double it in terms of market capitalization. Get very, very interesting when it starts getting to those bigger numbers. When you start looking at where things can rank and you start looking at the likes of RSR, if I go and find it, bear with me, 2 seconds. Talk amongst yourself, there we go. So we'll be looking at gearing towards testing that 1 billion level, roughly in and around that 700 million mark if it doubles its price. But I think it'll go much higher than that, obviously long term. That is just an obstacle. We don't have much price data to know where it can go, but we've got to be very, very careful in terms of, like, obviously the data I've got here. If I just quickly look on RSR Huobi chart just to kind of have a little look, I'll probably be, there you go, it's been much higher. So if we start looking overall at the grand scheme of things, yes, it's broken out, but this is the top here. This is literally the top. If we go and test that top level, it goes a bit higher, 130%. So then we're starting to look towards getting towards that $1 billion mark. So it's quite, in my opinion, quite exciting. And I think people are obviously chilled out to the fact that, you know, it's just USD led. But as I say, check out the BTC charts. They are undervalued. They're about to break out. If more money flows into this, we're going to get very much some interest in the market. Yes, the total 2 chart is still in an upward trajectory. Yes, people are panicking a little bit. But for me, the dominance is still coming down. The dominance in the Bitcoin chart, it's still looking quite down. It's still looking very, very tasty. If that keeps going down, your Satoshi's going to grow. Simple as that. And VeChain is still growing towards 100 Satoshis right now, which is absolutely savage, and that is starting to grow. So, I hope you enjoy. There's a lot of altcoins, boys and girls, that are genuinely undervalued. If Bitcoin stays stable, well, guess what? It's going to increase your portfolio wealth incredibly. To take profit, and you want to take profit into stablecoin or into fiat, wait for cryptocurrency to be high in USD again, basically when the dominance is high again. So, hope you enjoy. Please do leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell button, and I'll see you very, very soon.